So there is wisdom in the turning points. Um, Allow me to elaborate. The point where duality meets non-duality or apparent contradictions meet at that resolution point is where exists wisdom and also freedom. So when you're trying to understand where one starts and the other finishes, or where the other finishes and the other starts, at those points, at that agitation, at that resolution is where the wisdom is. And to get to that wisdom is quite simple. There are two ways. There is either the recognizing that this turning point is already here and now, or recognizing that through silence and through observation or through witnessing or through actually being, that resolution will happen, because the resolution happening outside yourself is happening inside you, because it's you who are resolving. So when Rumi talks of this field beyond ideas of right or wrong, the field is actually here, and it's here where you are. And in meeting in that field, all idea of separation and all ideas of all of these things that are causing agitation disappear, and they are seen as, there is a silence there because there's no ability to verbalize what is actually seen, which is why all of this is like, in a sense, all of this is in a sense a pointer, because what words could encapsulate this truth? There aren't really any words. So what you'll find is there is a constant pointing. The pointing is actually to itself, because as I say, when you point one finger towards somebody, you're actually pointing three towards yourself. So it's an inward or an outward, however you wish to look at it. We do get hung up because we're at a certain approach, or we're following a certain way, that it's got to be this certain way. No, that's a pointer. It needs to be let go of. That's that field beyond ideas of right or wrong, which you will invariably find is you, because you're in that field. You are that field. There's no apparent separation. So the agitation, the turning points of where free will and destiny actually kind of come into the middle, as one transitions to the other, is wisdom. That's why it says in the Bhagavad Gita, a wise man knows when to go forward and knows when to stop. The turning point, that point, is where the wisdom is, and that ability to make choice and the ability to know when to let go and let God, and when to act decisively. This then allows you to, in a sense, sustain any experience, sustain any knowing, and in a sense become a light unto yourself and a light unto others as well. Because there's no point knowing all of this theoretically if it isn't a practical reality. So it's not something that's been applied on a practical day-to-day basis. As a matter of fact, even the word apply is in a sense too much. In a sense, you are living this reality with no one even living it. No one actually, in a sense of, what I mean by that when I say no one actually living it, is because there's no doing. It's so natural, it just occurs. It's like I say to people, you don't get up in the morning and put yourself on. You don't say, well, today I'll be John. John just happens. So there's that level of immediacy there. That's self-sustaining. And what that then does is it just allows you to be as it truly is. And in that as it truly is, everything is encapsulated. So the idea of good, bad, freedom, non-freedom, someone doing this or someone not doing this, it's all encapsulated in there. That's why they say, as it is at the beginning, so shall it be at the end. That's why in this, these journeys people undertake, or this seeking that people undertake, invariably when they get to that point where they kind of go, oh, hold on, I realize this, I already was this, the contradiction dies, and that's your turning point. That's your wisdom there, because you're at that point where everything is seen, and there's a true expanse of being able to be, do, or say, or however you want to, because it is true. And at the same time, within that freedom, in that huge expanse, you will build yourself in boundaries. You will build yourself in this, that, because yes, granted, the world is an illusion because that's what's seen, but we still have to live in it. And then what happens is a very practical, dynamic way of living. And the funny thing is, even when you're seeking it, you're still doing it. You still are this. You are still that which you seek.